Over these past few years, 21 Savage's career has been in a weird space. Music-wise, he's not in front of people. Musically, people don't pay attention to 21 Savage. People aren't really excited for him to drop, and when he does drop, lately it's kind of been okay, here now, gone tomorrow type of situation. Go back 2016, 17, 18, he had a lot of big songs out. He had a lot of good music he was putting out. He was in front of people. And then as the years went on, he kind of not stepped away, but I guess wanted different things out of his career. Because remember, 2018, he dropping good music. 2019, you seen him always around Drake. Him and Drake making good songs all the time. But these past few years specifically, the conversation hasn't really been about 21 Savage and his music. It's always been about what he's talking about. It's always been about the conversation surrounding him, not if the music is good or not. I mean, prime example of this, you go back a couple months, we go to the F the Street situation. He was the face of that.
Street. I
ain't supposed to say it like that.
You shouldn't.
I supposed to say save the streets.
Yes.
We gotta save the streets.
Yes.
We gotta get all the crazy kill out of it and put the love and the hustle back in.
Yeah. But boy, come to the street. That is what that come to the street. But you just saying we ain't pushing it.
Yeah, we ain't pushing it. We trying to stop. We can't save everybody, but
Yeah. But I ain't
save everybody.
I ain't moving no goal posters and saying all rats, y'all. We forget y'all.
We hold accountable and then we letting them go on with their life. Like, what you mean? I ain't say that.
Like I spoke about in my last video, street culture is dying, right? 21 Savage is right there. He's like, oh, I'm going along right with this. And it kind of led into his album. He dropped his album, What Happened to the Streets? And it was a dive into that, a dive into what happened to the streets. He's like, damn, the streets is dying. Fader will write this on his album. These days, it seems like the only options available to hip-hop mainstay are creative stagnancy or pivoting to other more lucrative business ventures. Ludacris does movies, Drake does gambling. When it comes to 21 Savage, his tougher-than-nails public image helped his last 4 projects top the Billboard 200. Despite their ever-diminishing musical returns, fans have joked for years that mainstream trap albums rehash the same combinations of producers and features, and their continued commercial success has entrenched bad habits. If it ain't broke, why fix it? And this is going to be a big-ass point that I want you to keep in the back of your mind. 21 Savage making the same song over and over. If you purchased Under Armour products in 2025, you may want to check this out because some customers could be eligible to receive compensation from a recent data breach claim tied to Under Armour accounts. Under Armour is facing allegations tied to a major data breach for users in around November 2025 that may have exposed customer information, and some could qualify for claims up to $500. To check if you qualify, you can scan the QR code on screen right now or click the link in my description. From there, you'll take a short quiz with a few simple questions, and it'll quickly tell you if you qualify to submit a claim. The whole process only takes a couple minutes, so it's definitely worth checking out before the claim window closes. If you qualify, you could receive up to $500. 2025 might be the year that changes that. It's been 2 years since 21 last solo release, but What Happened to the Streets arrived in a totally different world. The current landscape of mainstream rap seems to be occupied with hashing and rehashing. On the one hand, we got Not Like Us beef, and on the other, we got the fallout of the YSL trial. In a recent interview, 21 Savage acknowledged this much. He said the internet just be ready to tear somebody down. How can you win a battle when niggas want you to lose it? And basically, this wasn't like a super introspective album or like a Tyler the Creator type album you would get from 21 Savage, but it had a lot of substance to it, a lot more substance than you would normally expect from him. It was him focusing on the streets, real life, like actual shit that's going on instead of the regular I'ma kill you 21 Savage. It was more substance put here. It was more care put behind this project. And a lot of people realized that. And then a lot of people also didn't realize that. A lot of people kept the conversation, they kept the narrative that they had going on for a long time, that 21 Savage sounds the same. And this is not a new conversation, especially when it comes to 21 Savage. They kind of throwing him in the same category as the Lil Baby, the Baby, Roddy Ricch, Polo G. Like all of these niggas, oh, y'all just making the same song over again. You drop an album and it's the same thing 30 times. It's the same thing 21 times. Like, you feel me? It was one of them situations. And that conversation really overtook 21 Savage a lot. That's why he's like, they want to tear you down. They always talking shit. That's what the internet does. And when it came to 21, a lot of people were always like, bro, doing the same thing. Like, nigga, where the creativity at? I mean, the feature he put on the Drake album, I thought that too. I'm like, damn, 21 Savage, you just sounding the same. You on here using that monotone flow. Like, I didn't really want to hear that. I kind of got bored hearing his feature on that project. But this album led to a fallout with everybody right? Because remember what I said, he on this project screaming F the streets. And a lot of people had a lot of things to say about 21 Savage, specifically saying this because he was one of them artists that thrived off the streets. And a lot of people try to look at this situation and disregard what he was saying or try to downplay his saying in this, because they looked at it like this: nigga, you are a walking hypocrite right now. You thrived off street shit for this long. Like, you got on here and you spoke about all this murder kill talk, and that's what made you famous. That's what put $1 million in your pocket. That's what put all this money in your pocket, you rapping about this. So for you to now come out and say, hey, F the streets, people looked at him and felt the way, which I kind of disagree with. You can't feel a way about this man wanting to change. He's different. He's not trying to do the same thing he was doing. He realized the flaw in the music he was putting out and the narratives and the imagery that he was pushing. So now he's speaking out about it. Now he's like, okay, maybe that wasn't the best thing for me to do. But at the same time, 21 Savage got all this going on. He got beef going on with, guess what, all people, Fabio Foreign. And this one nigga that you can never pay attention to when he's in anything. I ain't gonna lie. So basically, 21 Savage, he with Lotto. We know this. They together, and Lotto would say at one point as a joke that she did something with Fabio. She cleared it up and was like, no, I didn't. And then the clip in question that started everything was from the 2020 XXL Freshman Cypher, where Lotto delivered a playful bar that immediately drew attention, especially because Fabio was standing right next to her when she said it. I ain't F a rap nigga yet, but if Fabio wants to, then I ain't gonna pass. In that moment, camera captures Fabio glancing right at Lotto as she dropped the line, making it one of the more memorable moments of the cypher. Years later, the footage has found new life online after Fabio shared a screenshot of the freestyle on social media, seemingly amplifying the moment amid his growing public friction with 21 Savage. So him and 21, they got their problem. He would repost this years later, basically saying, you want to beef with me, but your hoe was trying to, you feel me? Fabio hasn't directly explained why he reposted it. Fans quickly read it as a not so subtle jab, especially given online speculation that 21 and Lotto may be together. Fabio and 21 issues began building for weeks now, sparked by Fabio taking issue with 21 Savage saying F the streets, which is why I said this started a lot more than just his album rollout or part of his album. A stance 21 Savage doubled down on while encouraging artists to leave behind certain mindsets. Fabio openly questioned why 21 Savage is viewed as a street rapper at all, telling academics, what's making you think that Savage is a street nigga? He said F the streets. Why do you think he's a street dude? Fabio would say, the streets keep me and mine's good, and guess what? I better not see one nigga from the streets support anybody that say F the streets. I don't care who you are. You're not getting a pass in my eyes.
Like, Savage is a street. Like, Future, I look at him like he a bitch magnet.
What's making you think that Savage is a street nigga?
The same when you
said streets.
Okay, I think he said that because he loves stuff. Honestly, the same thing you've heard about, or well, not heard. Maybe you just know. All right, the same thing I've heard about Baby when it comes to niggas he be with and how they get down. Same thing I've heard about Savage. Same. Nobody play with him. It ain't like that. You know what I mean? Heard the same thing. That's why.
Future's the biggest.
No, well, musically, yeah, of course. He's a Jay-Z of Atlanta. Clear.
You a certain type everywhere, and your name and your arm is going to be able to stretch to certain different parts of the world.
No, it's
different states.
Savage one of them. Honestly, like I'm not saying on some instigating. I'm saying that
instigator.
No, it's not instigating. Because it's really. I feel like I've seen enough.
So how come 6ix9ine could diss 21 Savage so much?
Yeah, but he dissed New York niggas. Like, he be dissing New York niggas. He's going on style.
Nah, but you saying this street nigga, don't play with him.
Yeah, but 6ix9ine wouldn't go to Atlanta and like go to, I don't know what club is popping in Atlanta. Just like
Magic City.
he wouldn't come to. And I know he's going to respond when he get out of jail and say I'm lying, but I don't think he would go to Starless and diss you every night for 1 week.
He later escalated the situation on Instagram stories saying, I said what I said. Now go back and forth with somebody who said F the streets, eat a dick, talking about 21 Savage. Then 21 Savage will get online and he will reply back to it.
Savage this, Savage that, Savage this. Savage just slapped the shit out one of y'all in real life. Y'all niggas know this. Stop playing. Don't think, cause Savage on some positive that is, oh, let's talk about Savage every day. Let's talk about Savage all the, nah, this ain't that. Y'all still get y'all ass whooped. Straight up. Poor as a mother. Talking about who a street in another state. How the can you tell a from a whole nother state what they is? You don't even know no nigga. What the hell? Y'all as individuals, y'all ain't did nothing in the street, so y'all don't have no feelings towards me. Y'all ain't cried enough. Y'all ain't lost enough. Straight up. Y'all nigga ass better stick to rapping, man.
This was just one of them situations where 21 said something so polarizing and something that people really couldn't understand that it sparked this beef between him and Fabio. It sparked this beef with him and a lot of hip hop. A lot of people felt the way about what he said, but like I said, y'all know my stance on this. I don't have no problem with that. 21 Savage making a good point. He like, I don't want to push this BS no more. Yeah, the streets help me, but they can't be everything in life. You have to understand when, okay, this is too much. This isn't right. This is the wrong narrative to be pushing when I have the voice that I have. But all of that aside, what's next for 21 Savage? I could not really tell you. Like his next project, whatever he's dropping next, I wonder if people are excited for it. I wonder what the world thinks about this. But a lot of people still do look at 21 and they still think, okay, this is just the same song over and over again, which oftentimes is the case with him, but there's no telling what the future could have in store for 21 Savage.